basically software engineering is solving problems. Back then, I was also a stage manager in theater. So I was literally solving everyone's problem. I have a missing shoe. Yeah, I have a missing shoe.
I know. It's like, why will you lose your shoe?
Yeah, like
right?
it's there, it's labeled.
Yes.
Why?
So welcome back to another episode of Chills with TFC. I'm your host Reggie, aka your chief financial coconut, and today we have a traitor in the house. So we have Angeal. Is it Angeal? Angeal in the house. He's a long time listener of TFC. So are you still listening?
Yeah.
Okay. At least you say yeah. Whether is it really or not, I don't know. Okay.
Got tests on.
Yeah, got tests on later. I will see on Spotify. Okay. But yes, because he's a listener and we chat periodically, and then I found out that he gave up. He's a traitor to theatre, right? He gave up this thing, right? So tell us, like, who are you? What do you do? And all that, right?
Okay, my name is Angeal. Currently, I am a software developer in a local Singaporean company, but I was previously a theatre actor. Practioner, I would say. So I do everything related to theatre, stage management, sound, directing, acting. And that's why he says I'm a traitor.
Yeah. Pun too. This is a pun too. He gave up on the art, right?
I'm a man with many hats.
Oh, okay. Okay, we're going there. I give you some slack. Okay, we don't. I don't corner you too much for the corner. Okay, we take it one by one. Right? But today I got you in for a few reasons, right? One, of course, I want to understand like why such a big pivot, and also kind of talk about like the journey of the pivot, right? I think a lot of people are considering some of these things, right? So is that perspective, give me like your experience so far, right? And we can start with the first question, right? Like, how bad is theatre? Like why you leave? Like how long were you in it?
I was in it for roughly about 4 years. So after army, right, I was at a point where I needed to think, hey, what should I do in my life? I was like, shit, I don't know what to do. So my grades back then, A-levels, wasn't good enough. Not that good to go to local U. So it was a bit of a bummer. And then I stumbled upon LaSalle. So they had their open house. And I dragged a few of my friends to like go with me. It's like, whoa. I've never seen this place before. I never knew that there was an arts university in Singapore, or even any place that actually gave some sort of art degree or arts education in that sense. So that intrigued me. Like, hey, what is actually theatre? Like, is there theatre in Singapore?
Yeah, is there theatre in Singapore?
Yeah, it's like, I don't know that question. So I went to basically read more and kind of watch plays. Then like, I realized actually there is a scene here. There is an industry here that is something that I don't mind trying. Yeah.
After that, you did try.
Yes, I did try. So basically, the pandemic hit midway through my education. So when I graduated, I struggled into the industry. So at least I trained and enjoy the part about being live, that live experience. But then it was robbed of us. I cannot perform what I was trained for. Yeah, and many of my friends share the same sentiments. And I tried. So that was only when like they were more relaxed with the measures. Then I was able to find like small jobs such as like crew or just audio stuff. Yeah, it's not big. But then I was trained for like huge theatre show, big things.
For the Broadway.
Every actor's dream. You want to be on the stage. Yeah. I mean, a part of me still sort of wants that, It's always a dream, and we're always chasing the next high. Yeah, this is an artist thing. We're always chasing the next high. And that was the struggle that I had. Yeah. So when you say why it's hard, is that it's part of me. Yeah, as I went through the education, as I went through the cell. Yeah.
Okay. So a little bit of the reality of the space at this point in time. So you had to do like a hard pivot in that sense. There is value in theatre and performance, right? And I think it solves a complex high level need of our people. Wow, I elevate the conversation so far. But then there was a report, right, during the pandemic that says like, art is what? Art is what?
Art is non-essential.
Non-essential, right? Like,
it's a non-essential workforce.
Non-essential workforce. Yeah, and then it went viral, right? And then like all the artists were just like trashing it. I think partly because artists no work, so at that point in time they're very free, right? So they can just like, wow, why you say this, right? So they're very free. But what is the value of art?
At least for me, theatre, right? The most genuine thing about it is that it's live. It's not recorded. During recording, like even right now, right, I can keep on recording. If there's a false take, right, I can just redo this, you know. But in a live performance, when you see the actors doing amazing stunts or amazing some sort of a scene, it is captured there and then. And it's the actor's craft and expertise to be able to deliver that every single time for every show. So sometimes in theater, right, we always say we want to play on stage. But when we play, right, we must play within the boundaries, but at the same time, keep in touch with what the director wanted. And that's the exciting part.
For society or as broader society, like how does that value?
I
because
think
everyone say like art 没有用 ma, right? Like art is useless. Right?
I think
not essential.
It's a feeling thing. Yeah. When you watch a show, right? You watch a show about mental health per se. There are certain things only you can feel it in a certain scene, crafted in a certain way. Because some of these struggles are private. I would say. Yeah, some of these struggles are private, and watching a theater show that talks about it gives you enough power and courage to know that you're not alone. Yeah, there's help there. In that period of time, right, you're just in that performance space and just enjoying that emotional connection with the actors or whatever the scene is. And sometimes we just want that. We just want to feel, like, I don't know, loved or cared for at that point in time.
Nice.
Yeah.
But you gave up. Nice, but you gave up. Right? Wow, so value. Theater so powerful. Art is so important, but I leave already. Tell us, like, I mean, I understand the reality that some of these things. How has the transition been? Like, how have you end up in this new space that you're in?
Honestly, I took the jump because of stability. I realized, right, even as much as I want to do shows that I cared about, I needed money. Or at least I needed some sort of resource or backing to do the things that I want. And this was even discussed with some of my good friends in school, that, hey, if we ever want to do something that we care about, right, we still need the money, because that's the reality in Singapore. And with that said, I told myself, I'm going to do that. I'm going to find some way to sustain myself first, maybe get enough money, and let's do something together. Yeah, who knows? Maybe we might create a theater company that only do shows that we care about. Yeah, I think I want to contribute in a different way to theater instead of just being there. Yeah, I think there's a surplus of actors, and some of them even better than me. Why not? I take another role. It's just in theater we make things work. It doesn't necessarily need me to be the lead or the director or whatsoever. I can do many things also. Yeah, and I took that jump. Yeah, so I mean, how has the experience been as well? It's definitely not easy.
Yeah. How do you even end up in software? Like, there's so many places to jump, right? It's like end up in software engineering.
I mean, we saw a lot of ads, coding, learn coding, are you going to do it? Yeah. So I
so
took
you were
it.
tickled by some of those things.
Tickled by it. So there were government grants. So basically I went to a boot camp, a 3-month boot camp. They basically taught JavaScript, which was the most simplest programming language for web development. And they taught us like the basic stuff, and we just went straight with our practical coming out of the website. Like within the first 2 weeks, we were up and running already. So it was quite amazing but I think when we look back, right, it's a bit crazy. So it's like my schedule is like from 9 to 5 every single day. Then probably take an hour dinner. Then I have to do tutorials all the way until like 11, 12. And it's not simple, some of the tutorials. It's like, oh my God, I need to scratch my head. Then we will be on Discord. Like, I have another friend also that I met in the bootcamp. We'll be like, oh shit, how to do this? Oh my God, I cannot calculate it. It's not the same, Then pulling it through, going through with the motion. There are days I really don't know what the hell is going on, but we still finished the course. And eventually I took some interviews and I got into
just a 3-month program?
Yeah, 3-month program.
I mean, okay, I'm not saying it's a simple 3-month program. Like, you already established that it is like mind blowing.
Every day I have to punch the table.
It's great. Of course, you were in theater. You chose software, right? You had to do a hard pivot.
Huge transition.
Right? It's a huge transition, right? So not discounting the effort, but it's like, okay, so 3 months of super intense program got you a job. is it like for everybody in your program? Is it common? Like most people, don't say everyone, like 80-90% of people like that.
Yeah. And I think the people that actually joined, right, were like from various backgrounds. I remember some of them were in banking, some of them were in
Selling
customer
fish balls.
service. Yeah, I think there was a drummer, if I remember correctly.
Hopefully
there was
it's not my drummer. It's like, hey, don't know like that. Control yourself.
Yeah. So like from various backgrounds. But I think one thing was for sure. We were determined. We wanted to finish it. Yeah, I think that kind of got us through. Of course, there are qualities that I myself possess, which made it a little bit easier. Like I'm the type of person, right, that if I cannot solve it, right, I went to sleep, but I will still be thinking.
Wake up at 3 a.m. Hey, I got the idea.
Yeah, right? exactly. Yeah. Then I'll quickly wake up on my phone right down first. Then I try. Then by the time I try finish, 6 a.m. already.
I know. I know that feeling. Yes.
And this is
crazy people. Yes.
Yeah. But that's when I guess you are driven and you're passionate about a certain topic or certain point lah. And I think I made myself really driven in that sense.
Nice. Okay. So then how is life like in software engineering and how the divergence between theatre and software engineers?
Like I said, right, this I tell to a lot of people that is interested in doing this. I tell them, right, basically software engineering is solving problems. Back then, I was also a stage manager in theatre. So I was literally solving everyone's problem. I have a missing shoe. I have a missing shoe.
I know. Why will you lose your shoe?
Yeah,
right?
It's there. It's labeled.
Yes,
Why? Okay, never mind. So I'm literally solving problems for people every day. This time around, it's just bugs on the computer screen. Thank God. I don't have to go find things. It's just somewhere on the screen. So you're basically solving problems. And I think that was the key skill that you really have to adopt. You cannot get too frustrated or too pick up on a certain problem. Yeah.
Because in some ways you're still very new to it, right? So there must be a lot of like learning on the fly and all that. Yeah.
And also my colleagues, right, are people who have like com science degree on. So the fact that I can keep up with them, right, I'm very proud of myself also.
NUS com science.
Yeah.
Okay.
NUS, NTU.
Yeah. NUS com science on the corridor, that's a school. That is my memory of NUS Com Science a decade ago, right?
My gosh.
From this school to go to FSS canteen, right? You walk past this corridor. And it's like, what is this corridor? What are they doing here? It's like, it's com school. Like. It's like, okay. Yeah. But things have changed.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really cool, actually.
Yeah, learning on the fly is just part and parcel lah. How is it like? Also, you read a lot. Yeah, I think I spend like half my time reading documentation. Usually some stack or some technology, right? It's already written by some smart guy. So he'll write a documentation. You're basically reading that documentation to figure out what you want to do with it. I think that's also a key skill that I got from theatre. I read scripts back then, and this okay to me lah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's so minor, like the skills transfer. It sounds so small, but it works.
I did not expect it also. I realized it after a while that actually a lot of transferable skills, which made the transition semi easier. Googling, being resourceful, problem solving, all these. Yeah,
interesting. So learn to code is not a meme in that sense.
It's not a meme But you have to do certain things There of course comes with experience, certain things like design thinking. I am not there yet. Thankfully, my superior is very helpful. He understands that I don't have a background, but he really respects that I put in the effort to actually do all this researching to keep up with everyone as well. So he periodically teaches me and my team together like design thinking, philosophy. Pretty much like I say, it's a solution architect's job, not problem architect. You're solving solutions. You're giving solutions.
You must define the problem first. Then we solve it. Okay, interesting. Are you underpaid relative to your colleagues? Because you are not from the space. You know what I mean? Like you are hard pivot into the space. Did they hire you because like you were like cheaper? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Tell me more.
Yes.
How was it? How do you know that you were cheaper in that sense?
I happened to glance at my colleagues' pay. his bank account.
How glance? It's like, wow, 跟我差一倍. No, it's like, how much difference and how was it? How much are you paid? Or in the ballpark, you can share with us, yeah. Whatever you're comfortable.
I'm okay. I'm paid 3,500 before CPF, but I think some of my colleagues, they are paid roughly about 3.8. One of them is being paid 4.2, 4.3.
As a freshie, they're all freshie.
Yes.
Okay, so like graduate freshie.
Yeah,
okay,
correct.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think that disparity that is there lah. So I realized that the company is paying me lesser. Although I am doing the same amount or if not more because I have to work harder compared to everyone. I'm okay. I'm not like salty or anything. It's the reality. I don't have a feeling
lah. Right. No.
I try not to let that get to me lah. We are all a team. We all function as a team.
Of course. And we're not dissing the company, right? Because, on some level, I think the interesting part is like on some level, you are hard pivot into a new sector. And then the sector is actually quite a hard pivot, right? You're not pivoting into like what education or something, right? Not discounting education, I'm just saying. but it's just more like theater to like coding, and then in 3 months you got the job. On some level, you're learning on the go, right? And then maybe in a year or two, then you can like repackage yourself and jump to the next company, right? And then so I think there's that value there.
I think even as of right now, I am getting a lot of exposure.
I thought artists very allergic to this word one.
A lot of exposure.
Exposure.
Like
okay.
the sun,
we pay you with exposure. It's like no exposure. I only want commercial value. Okay. Very annoyed about that, but yes.
Yeah, I have a lot of exposure because my boss recognized my potential. Like I said, right, you cannot take the theater kid out of theater. In my workplace, right, I'm the loudest person in the office. Everyone can hear my voice. Everyone hears me talk. I say, hey, this one must code in a certain way. This. I can see from the corner of my eye, they are looking at me like, wow, he talks so loud. Yeah. But it's just me. It's just me. This is how I am. So because of that, right, I'm asked to do like presentations. I'm also becoming team lead. I'm also doing a lot of different things and I'm okay with that lor.
And your teammate is paid more than the team lead.
Yeah, I know right. Okay. Pay increment coming soon.
Coming. Okay, you better. Then we can update on our tagline below. Updated disclaimer. Okay, pay has been adjusted. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Okay. Nice. Very interesting. So you keep saying like, oh, as a theater, you go into this space. So can you share me a little bit like what are some you feel like is an advantage? Like you are outsider, you enter this space. Like what kind of like skills or character or like what advantage do you have? I mean, you pointed some right just now, like you are more like vocal, you can present better. Of course, relative to software engineers, right? I mean, not stereotyping software engineers, but your heart, ask yourself, okay? You cannot fight a theater person.
My colleagues are really very quiet. Like that. I have one colleague, right? I don't even hear her voice.
Wow.
Yeah, that's all quiet. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But then I'm the weird guy in the office, in the team. Always rah. Hey, what are you doing today? Drink coffee. Hey, bojo. Like keeping the lively atmosphere in the office. That's a projection.
Not everybody wants that lively atmosphere.
I think secretly sometimes my colleagues hate me,
They're like, no, it's okay. The colleagues, you can comment in the comment section below, right? You can use your alias anonymous account and then comment below. Angie is very noisy. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I think what are some things? Definitely, I can explain myself better. Yeah. I think in terms of discussions, right? I'm very articulate. I know exactly what I'm talking about. And even if I don't, I'll just let you know I don't.
You turn one round and say everyone not articulate. So other people, I'm very articulate. That's why I'm different. Other people are not articulate. They only code only. They cannot talk.
No. As a theater person, right? You tend to be more introspective. You think about what you did.
So you say they're not introspective.
Hey, shala, wow, go this round. Always like that. No, they are also software engineers. They are like me.
Very introspective. Namaste.
Correct. As a theater person, you're just always keen. I tend to be very excited about new things. Yeah, this is completely new to me. There's the excitement. I don't know what I'm doing.
Nice.
Yeah. And, yes. I think one thing is I'm not afraid of failure. In theater, you keep redoing scenes because this one not good, this one not good. Then there's also rejection also, right? Failure, right? That you do audition, but you didn't.
And the rejection is very in your face one.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't even know they ghost you.
Yeah.
No, like you're not the person I'm looking for. So it's very in your face.
And your audience has very live feedback also. No reaction. That is a rejection, right? On some level. Right? It's very live one. Like we set it like that. That is supposed to have a reaction, but don't have, right? Then on some level, right?
Also in coding, right? You have a lot of failures. You press one button. Why doesn't it work? Your function, you wrote it. It should work. That frustration is that failure, a lot of it. And I think going through theatre education as a theatre person, that trained me, to be ready for such a role.
Hey, welcome to the Financial Coconut Podcast Network. I'm your host, Reggie, aka your Chief Financial Coconut. And if you're loving what we're creating here, like, share, subscribe, share with your loved ones, comment in the comment section below. And yeah, we'll see you for great content on Chills with TFC. Interesting, right? And what about your batch mates? Like the people that went through that 3-month grill with you, like the whole grind, right? They come from all walks of life, right? Like you said, of course, all their goal is the same, right? We go through this, we hardcore, then we're gonna come out and we change into software, right? Are you still in contact with some of them?
Yes, okay. I met them 2 months back.
Okay, so are there certain skill sets that they also bring from their industry, right? Like, because you're talking about like as a theatre practitioner, you go into this place, there's certain advantages that you have, right? But do you know all these other people, they come from like other walks of life today? Because I think our listeners, not everybody's a theatre practitioner, but some people may be thinking, oh yeah, maybe I can try. Maybe the banker no skill one. Not saying. Direct control.
I think for programming, right, so long as you have a very logical thinking, it helps a lot. Basically, programming, right, to start, you're just learning a new language. It's just like talking in Japanese or Korean, right? But yet again, the key aspect is logical thinking. Yeah, when you code, it's always logical, step by step, mama. Yeah, I think some of the key qualities from how I see my friends they're all very logical and guys, girls, they're all generally more logical and that helps a lot in their process of transitioning into such a role. So it helps if you love solving puzzles, I guess. If you're on the fence about it, you can try, is this your cup of tea? If you're not comfortable with really going straight into programming, just try logic puzzles.
I think it's quite clear to say that the average coder probably has more prospects than the average theatre practitioner. Is it a fair statement? Average, we're not talking about the elites.
I would say so. Because the truth is, the pie is already so small in theatre.
So this is a sectorial situation. It's not about your individual ability and all that.
The thing is, I mean, I'm going to put it blunt. I don't think there is the infrastructure in Singapore, right, to fund or at least groom talents, right, in a way where you will be rewarded for what you do. Yeah.
Unless you start like char siu dollies and all. Like compete with dim sum dollies or something. Are they still putting up shows? I don't know. Dim sum dollies. Shout out to you. If you got free tickets, you can let us know. We can give out to our community. I love you guys. Okay, yes. Okay, so but then is theatre still part of your life then? Like, has it become a side hustle? You know what I mean? Like is it still a side thing? You do small things?
I think sadly, I would say yeah.
Wait, why is it sad?
Because like I say, deep down part of me, I really enjoy theatre.
But it's still around in your life, right?
I do try to attend shows. I try to attend my friends' shows. I keep in touch with my friends who are actually freelancers. So,
but you're not participating.
But I'm not actively contributing to it. And I think that sometimes saddens me because I spend 4 years of my life actively contributing, but I guess the investment return in this show, in this show, he impacts our show. Okay, it's not there, lor. So I felt a bit sad when I actually transitioned in, lah. Yeah, but I think it has accepted reality that hey, it's okay, lah. It's okay to stop doing what you love, at least for the time period, and try something new, lah. And I enjoyed it, and I'm still enjoying it right now. Every day is a new challenge for me, and that's good, lah.
What is something that you feel like you've given up then in that transition process or changing from one thing to maybe? Of course, we know you moved away from theatre. You pan tu, so it's a boom pan tu. Yes, betray. Right? This is okay. You've left theatre to pursue, right? And in this transition, do you feel like you have lost something? Like, is there a price to pay that you've paid that it may not be so tangible to everyone, but it's like very tangible to you?
Cliche, but the applause. Sometimes I miss the applause.
Wow, 你很 cliche lah. Applause.
No, sometimes it's the applause, the reaction from the audience, right? When they actually do get the message or do get the show. Maybe it's an emotional piece. They cry. They felt very touched. Yeah, I think that makes us feel accomplished lah, as the other actors sometimes or the other people lah. That's what we want to do. But I don't get that in the corporate world, in software. Even as of now, right, I may be only doing a small part of the entire system. I don't even see it to the end. I'm not like what? Facebook. I'm not doing Facebook. I'm only doing a small module of the chat box of that button there. That's it. But at least in theater back then, I saw the entire thing from even planning all the way to the end. It's an emotional journey by itself also. I guess that's what I miss.
Yeah. I know what you're saying lah. And there's an interesting point you pointed out, right? About like now you are in this space, it's a very big space and there's a lot of processes and you're only really designing a small thing. Reminds me of my friend that graduated from architecture. I said, what are you doing now? Designing toilets. We need all to start somewhere, right? Like graduate architect, right? Go Australia, everything come back. And then it's like, what are you doing? Oh, I design toilet. It's like, oh, okay, we all need to start somewhere. Right? Like, so other than the excitement of coding, other than that potentially higher pay, I don't have to say you have a higher pay now, right? I mean, we already established the pay structure at this point, but hopefully down the road, okay? But like, is there something like less tangible,
less tangible
from coding or from software engineering that you've picked up that you find is valuable?
Yet again, the people. Okay, so even in my company, right?
Oh, you're very cheesy. First is the applause, now it's the people. But please, yes, go for it. Yes.
No. Okay, so I was accepted in the company also. They trained me, right? They also specifically tried to employ people who did not have a tech background as well. So all the people that at least most of my colleagues, right? Some of them, they are also non-tech people. And they are amazing people also. Yeah, like the things that they do, they share. I think I didn't get that in theater. What I mean is like in theater, it's always so flamboyant. Okay, I need to use my body now.
Yeah. Use it. Go for it.
Very different. The energy, very high. There's a lot of high energy. But then the colleagues that I've met, right? Some of them are just calm but stable, yet flamboyant-ish. And I think it's very, I don't know how to explain this. Like, it's a sort of friends that I don't mind having and I never knew I needed. Yeah, it opened up my eyes a bit that there are people like that as well. And not all engineering people, or at least software engineers, are nerds. Yeah, they're not all nerds. There's actually some pretty nice people and pretty cool people as well.
Like what blew your mind? Like pretty cool people.
Cool.
They're not nerds, they're otaku.
No. Yeah. I have one. There's a gym rat, but she.
Wow, nice. That's cool.
Yeah, she's very into the beauty stuff. So it's like, wow, okay, that's new.
Wow,
that's very new.
Cool.
It's like very different combination. I don't know how to explain, but it's so cool.
Yeah. That is so interesting. Cool stuff. So now you're making a stable income and all that, right?
Yeah.
And you said that you want to give back to theatre someday, right? Someday you'll probably give back to theatre in a different way. Like, how are you then working your finances towards something like that?
Definitely. I think now that I have a stable income, right?
Yeah.
There comes financial literacy.
You can plug my show. Go ahead. Yes, please do a shout out.
Shout out to TFC.
Yes.
Always check out their Spotify, their podcast. They're amazing. I always listen to them on the way to work.
Okay, great. Love it. Shout out. Sponsor, you must know where to do. Plug here. Okay, email. Yes.
Yeah. So I always try to save at least 50% of my
50. Okay.
Yeah, 50%. I mean, I'm young. I don't have too much responsibilities.
And no time. Software engineer work very long hours.
Yeah, I know, right? Every time I work, right? I just go and stare at the screen. I don't even want to look at the screen sometimes. It's so tiring. Oh yeah, I guess that transition very different. In rehearsals, right? I would be jumping around, doing everything.
Yeah.
That's sort of tired. But then again, in software engineering, I also tired. I look at the screen also, I was tired. Mental fatigue sometimes. Yeah, back to the I try to save at least 50% of my pay. Probably 20% is for spending. The other 20% is to give like my parents and stuff like that. Then 10% is just emergency in case plus or minus lah. Yeah. So I think with that it comes a lot of discipline as well. Yeah.
Interesting. And do you feel like with more money, maybe as compared to your fellow theatre practitioners, as much 很辛苦啊, really? Theatre very
真的
concord, really.
No, trust me.
it's very
I
concord.
really understand freelancers. You really have it hard. I have friends, right, who really struggled through the pandemic. Some of them, they really have to take different jobs or jobs that they don't even want to do or didn't even expect themselves to do. Like, it's just making ends meet.
Yeah. Do you feel that it has changed your perspective then? In terms of how you look at your choices, the work that you do, your way of life in society and all that, like there's two ways to go about thinking about this, right? Of course, there's the whole like your environment shapes you. Depending on where you are, it will affect your spending habits, affect your beliefs, affect how you do certain things, and that's probably like maybe theatre shaping you on some level. But now that you are in a different position, because I always feel like when you can triple your income, okay, you triple your income, and then you get into a different financial situation, you also will shape your beliefs differently.
Correct.
Right? And you will project that on your environment also. So it's a very different view. Because there was this one day, right, I suddenly realized that I have a lot of space. So, it's like growing up, then you have to share room. Okay, don't say you have to share room, like you have a room, or then Singapore generally has like not a lot of space, and then this one day I was in bed, right? Then I wake up, I was like, I have space for a chair, a table, and a stand that I'm not gonna use. It's gonna be there as my space. You know what I mean? Like there's this corner chair. I got enough space to put a corner chair and a nice coffee table and put my instrument next to it. When I feel like it, I go there. You know what I mean? Like if I don't feel like it, it's there, like it's fine.
You definitely have. Yeah.
So it's me getting into a different position, a different financial position, a different way of life that shape how I project myself on society or my environment has a better financial position, or like had changed the way you look at the world or look at all
I
these
definitely realized that money makes the world go round. Now that with a more disposable income, right, I tend to spend a bit more as well. Definitely. Even with such a high disposable income, you might not be prudent sometimes. Yeah, I have made terrible big ticket purchases that I actually don't need.
Why do you think it's terrible?
Because I can. Because it being the ability. And I think sometimes I beat myself over it. Like, I shouldn't have. But I did anyways. But if I were back in theatre, I probably would not do this. The sort of thing that I have to juggle. Yeah. Of course, you have to be kind to yourself sometimes that you do make mistakes like this. This is because I had a bad day at work. Yeah. And I always tell my friends, right, like, you're always one bad day away from buying something expensive.
So what do you buy and what do you regret? How bad was that day? Tell me.
I bought a very expensive graphics card. Yeah, which I definitely don't need. I tend to game more nowadays. Yes, it's the Nvidia one. Yeah. So I really bought. I had a terrible day because we weren't able to solve the bug for 4 days straight. It was so terrible. Like, oh man. Then our boss was like telling us, hey, this is quite easy. Why? Just do this. Or at least you point in this direction. And I'm just like, no, it's not that way. Yeah, then I even discussed this with my entire colleagues and stuff, and it's not. Yeah, and back then I was also looking for an upgrade for my computer. But I just decided, hey, looking at my savings, I can afford it. The most expensive one. Why not, right?
No,
at least,
no, that's not the view I go for. But I know what you're saying. It's
but that was
I got money. I got money. I can afford. Then why not? Right? That is a very dangerous space.
And I think that kind of a pitfall that I have to look out for myself, and I've come to realize my revelation for myself.
Yeah, it's true. And it's also like how a lot of people like they buy condo, right? In that sense,
correct.
Right? But I'm not saying it's bad. Okay, but it's about how you enter the space, how you look at it, how you think about it. Then people is like, oh, I got some money, and then why not? Right. You know that, like, why not? Right. So and I don't discount the why not. Okay, because I feel like we should let our minds wander. Okay, and I think there's beauty and value in that. But what is your plan then? Taking a step back to kind of have that clarity of like, so what you want, blah blah blah. Because if it's why not and it was a great purchase after that, this wouldn't be a story.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoy the purchase now.
it's not a bad purchase, alright.
I mean, I didn't need it. I definitely didn't need it. Yeah, but I wanted it.
No, but I don't believe in the need versus one thing anyway, right?
Oh,
so that's a different discussion altogether, right?
Yeah.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah,
Lovely. Is there any last things you want to add, about your journey, this whole thing, this whole transition, for our listeners?
I think it has been a very enjoyable one for me. And I think the people that I've met along the way, it's people that I never thought I needed. Yeah, I don't know if it might be the same for you, but I know that it was a self-improvement journey that I decided to embark on and stick to it. And it's worked out since. I don't know what the future may hold for you or even myself, but I think you should try. I think you should just give it a shot. You never know what will happen.
Nice. Any last words for the theatre people? Are you gonna come back? Is there a pledge? I may have betrayed you guys now.
Okay,
but okay. I will come back. Is there something like that? Yeah.
Okay,
for theatre friends out there. Yeah.
Okay, guys, I love you all. Continue working hard with all your theatre shows or whatever shows you're working on. I know it's tough, man, but keep at it. Whether I'm coming back, stay tuned for the next episode.
Yeah, keep at it while I make 3 times the income.
We all go out for drinks or makan.
Okay. Yeah. Am I part of it?
Oh, sure.
Okay. Great. That's a chill. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Love it. Love it. We have 3 rapid fire questions that we ask every guest.
Yes.
Okay, the first question is, what has been your best and worst investment you've ever made?
Yes, I do. My best investment is YouTube Premium.
I've been getting that a few times.
I really enjoy it. It's such a game.
Shut up with the ads, right? Enough.
Yeah,
right,
I know.
But that I'm gonna slot multiple ads on
that.
No.
But the truth is that what I use it for is the background playing. Because sometimes I want to watch something but not look at it. I just want to listen. Sometimes it might be informative. Yeah, and I've been doing that. As I travel to work or as I'm doing something else, right, I can play an educational ad. Yeah, so even as a theatre person, right, we are taught to watch a documentary every week, something to learn. And I do that. I use YouTube to do that. Yeah, there's so many videos, so many resources out there. It can be coding, it can be non-coding, or just, yeah, that's my best investment. My worst investment, fortunately, I had to think about this. It's my gym membership. I tried to gym, Okay, so basically as a software engineer, it's really tough. You have to wake up, at least for me, I wake up at about 7. I need to get to work by 8:30. Then I only finish my work at about 6+. Yeah, 6+. Sometimes you need to OT, you need to do a bit more. Then by the time I reach home, 8+ already. I tried to tell myself, let's wake up at 5 to go to the gym. That didn't work out for the past 2 months, 3 months.
So you're on any time?
No, I was on
other time
first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fitness first.
But I went today.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I went today and I'm gonna commit.
Yes, because I overran. He got time in the middle to go to a gym. But great, good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. What is one thing under $100 that has been a game changer for you?
Actually, right, it's very funny. I think you all will laugh at me, but it's my $25 desk fan.
Wait, were you using the desk fan outside?
Yes, I was. Yes, the desk fan. Okay, so the story is I needed to go to Vietnam. Okay, and my partner knew that it was very hot, so she told me like, hey, it's gonna be very hot and stuff like that. And I was like, in my back of my mind, wow, very hot. What if I have a fan? So I just went to Shopee and just looked at the fan and like, hey, this fan looks good. Ever since then, right, it was a game changer. Why? Because my mom loves it. I love it. My dad loves it. I love it so much to the point that I got my girlfriend, mom, and a fan as well. The black color one. I got a white color one. Okay, so the fan, right, literally is just a desk fan, but it's a 4,000 milliamp hour one.
Power one.
Yeah, power. It's charged with USB-C some more. So it's so useful, right? Sometimes I go out very hot, then I just take out lah.
I know, I saw.
Wait sometimes I also take out lah.
I saw.
And the fan, sometimes we go office, go out, eat, come back very hot, then on lah. Sometimes we go out on dates, right? At the park, right? Very hot, take out. Yeah, but really, it's a game changer. I'm not joking.
Okay, one place you learn that you think is underrated. It can be a particular book, a particular website, a YouTube channel, a podcast feed. Don't need to say mine lah.
That's one.
Whoa, whoa.
Yeah. Y'all know lah. Don't need me say lah. I don't need me to say.
Yes.
I really undermine Udemy. Yeah, I think we have free subscription, by the way. If you're Singaporean, right, just go to the NLB link, sign up for it, and you get free Udemy.
NLB app has a lot of these things.
I realized I learned so much through Udemy, even for my tech stuff, right? We needed to learn a new stack or new technology, Udemy. So for my company, we also have Udemy Premium, business, sorry. Yeah, so we have the full features, all the courses, over 8,000 courses out there. Anything you want to learn, it's there. So I never knew it was so helpful until then.
And you never knew that NLB had so many free resources, right?
I know, right?
Download the NLB app. There's really a lot of free resources inside.
Also.
Yeah, and NLB should sponsor us. Then we run a campaign, right? Yes.
Correct.
Nice. Thank you for your time. All the best. Nice. Cannot forget theatre. Cannot forget theatre.
I know. It's in my heart. There.